Director of Recruitment here at Bronx Community College. I want to welcome you all once again today to our STEM programs presentation for our Zoom into our majors series at BCC. Today you will hear from several presenters in our STEM program about some of the wonderful offerings that we have and benefits that you can take advantage of as a STEM student here at BCC. So I just want to make sure that everyone has an agenda so you know what we are set to do here today. We will first introduce some of the faculty and presenters that we have with us. We'll review all of the STEM programs that we're so excited to share with you. Then as promised, we'll have time for question and answers at the end. So you can, like I said, please feel free to use the chat throughout. If we don't get to your question right away, we'll be sure to read it out loud and ask it at the end of the presentation. And then we'll make sure we review steps to get started here at BCC. So without further ado, I want to turn it over to my colleagues in the STEM program and allow you to just start sharing your screen, Siobhan. And I'd like to introduce Professor Sahar from our STEM program, and she will go ahead and introduce the rest of the presenters that are here with us today.
Thanks for joining us. Welcome to our STEM session in BCC and the STEM programs we offer here. And my name is Sahar Atamtürk'tür. I'm a professor in the Biological Sciences Department. I've been working for BCC for almost 18 years now. And I'm teaching anatomy, physiology, neuroscience, and medical terminology classes here since I arrived. And I'm also leading the biggest grant given in its kind to a community college in US history is the NSF STEM Scholars Program. So I will be talking about it very shortly. I'm the PI and I'm also the director of this grant. So nice to meet you all. And I think next one is Ivan.
I think you're muted, Professor.
All right. Let me start again. My name is Ivan Khurozov. I work at the Department of Mathematics and Computer Science. Here at BCC, I've been for 6 years. I've worked with many undergraduate students on research projects, and this was previously, it was in Lsm and one other program, CRISP. Currently, I am one of the coordinators of Lsm program. It is a research program for undergraduates. It's a great opportunity if you, when you join BCC, consider seriously STEM programs. They give you support to proceed with your degree, with further interviews and four-year colleges. Consider it seriously, and a number of such students in that program are in mathematics and computer science. However, they're also in other science areas such as physics and chemistry and biology. So all STEM disciplines are considered in that program. And of course, the math department has many opportunities for majors. All right, I think I talked too much, so I'll give the word to our next speaker. Please, Siobhan, go ahead.
Thank you, Professor Ivan. Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Siobhan Cunningham, and I will be the lead speaker of today's presentation. Just a background of myself, I was a student at BCC. I did chemistry there. And while I was there, I participated in internships, paid internships. My first summer research opportunity was to do research at Lehman College, and there I worked with a faculty member on designing a gel to treat in unclean water. So that's one of the things that I've done while I was a student at Bronx Community College.
Oh, Siobhan, you're muted.
Who muted me? All right, I muted myself, I guess. Thank you for that. So I transferred to City College where I did chemical engineering. And from there, the opportunity that I seized at BCC in participating in the summer research opportunity, I was able to use that experience to get another opportunity as well at City College. Both opportunities paid me. And so I was pretty much being paid to learn, to build my resume, to take it to that next step. And so I was able to successfully, with the support from a program, successfully complete my bachelor's degree in chemical engineering. And so in today's session, I just wanted to share some of the stuff, some of the programs that you can get involved with should you accept the offer to join Bronx Community College. All right, so I just wanted to, let you know what today's proceedings will be about. Pretty much the STEM programs at BCC. How do we support students like yourself who are interested in science, math, technology, and engineering? All right, so without further ado, today's presentation. So thumbs up, Michael, if you're able to see my screen. Michael Appia. So if you can, just give me a thumbs up. Great, fine. All right, so today's proceedings. Here you have 4 students who were a part of one of our STEM programs at BCC on the left. She's now at City College pursuing computer science. Next to her, we have Jose. He's now a student at Lehman College. He's also pursuing a STEM degree there. Next to Jose, her name is slipping me right now, but the aim of the game here is to let you know that we have programs. These are active students, a part of a STEM, that were a part of one of our STEM programs at BCC. They're now at other 4-year institutions, all right? So why are we here today? So as I mentioned before, STEM, you may have heard the word STEM, but may not have known, really what it stands for. And what STEM stands for is science, technology, engineering, and mathematics. And so why are we talking about STEM? All right. So as we move forward, and as you guys are aware, we're now in a pandemic, and we're using technology. We're using technology to learn. We're using Zoom. And so where does all of that come from? And so as the world changes and we reshape our world, there's a demand for STEM professionals. So professionals who are in the sciences, professors who are in engineering, professionals in mathematics, engineering, technology, and science. And so it was estimated that jobs in the STEM field would have been increased by 62% in 2020. So you can only imagine the opportunities that are there now, because we're in 2021. All right. So the majors that we have that capture STEM at Bronx Community College are biology, chemistry, earth, systems and environmental science, mathematics, computer science, engineering science, and physics. All right. What does this mean? What can you do with degrees in chemistry and biology and computer science, engineering? Well, you can use your biology degree to become a biologist. And some of the salaries associated with some of these professions are listed here. So if you were to do physics, you could potentially go into a career path of becoming a physicist. You can see here the annual salary for a physicist is about $143,000 a year. Civil engineering, it's about $97,000 a year. Pharmacist, we're talking about $117,000 a year. So when it comes to STEM, we're talking about being, in the high 80s, high 90s when, you know, when you're going into those professions, all right? So what does this mean for BCC? What does this mean for you leaving high school, trying to make it to the next step? What does this mean for you? So should you be a student who is interested in science, math, engineering, and technology, where does this fit for you as a student at BCC? Well, I will say that you are 30% more likely to graduate should you participate in one of these programs. All right, why? Our programs offer stipends, as I mentioned earlier, for students like yourself to participate in internships over the summer. We also have faculty who will mentor you. We have, you know, students a part of the program. You can also learn from students who are also a part of the program. All right, so BCC has 3 grant-funded STEM programs to help you succeed while you're at BCC. And those 3 programs are the National Science Foundation, or STEM, which Professor Sahar introduced earlier. We also have the Louis Stokes Alliance for Minority Participation, or LSAM for short, program, which Professor Ivan gave a hint on earlier on. We also have the Cuny Research Scholars Program, or CRESP, all right? And so next you will hear from Professor Sahar, and she'll pretty much talk to you, well, not yet. So why should you join one of these programs, I might add, all right? The reasoning behind joining one of our STEM programs, of course, is the internship. From this internship that you'll secure, you'll learn skills, you'll be trained, you know, you'll learn some of the basic skills of becoming a scientist, or some of the skills that you need for your area of interest, for the career that you want to go into. It will also assist with personal growth and personal development, all right? Again, and key here is also the stipend, all right? So if you are a student at BCC pursuing STEM, there is a stipend attached to you taking part in an internship. You'll learn more about what that stipend includes. It ranges from about $3,000 a year to about $5,000 a year. All right. So you also get letters of recommendations from the faculty, from the professors who you've worked with. And all of this put together, most definitely, when it comes to resume writing, you can definitely include these internships on your resumes, all right? So before we get to Professor Sahar, is there anyone here interested in STEM, science, technology, math, engineering? Michael, I'm seeing you on my screen, so I guess you're my soft target for today. What are you interested in? Michael, you are muted. So if you're talking, I'm not hearing you. All right, hold that point, Michael. Sekou, you want to give it a shot? Sekou?
Siobhan, we definitely have a lot of activity in the chat and a lot of students interested in engineering, science. We have some nursing. I even saw an automotive, which I think may qualify for at least one of these benefit programs. So we have quite a few in the chat.
All right.
They might be a little shy to use themselves.
Okay. All right, Megan, since you're there and you have your camera on, what are you interested in?
I would be interested in business management.
Okay, we still do have a space for you. Even though the presentation is about STEM, we do have a space for you. Maria?
Probably engineering.
Probably engineering, all right. Definitely something to think about. Tarhan?
Yeah, it's my name. Sahar.
What are you interested in pursuing as a degree in general? What are you interested in?
Honestly, engineering.
Engineering. Well, you know what? I was an engineering student at City College. And of course, we also have engineering science at Bronx Community College. And of course, we do have STEM programs to support you. We do have STEM programs to give you that stipend over the summer to participate in internships. So of course, thank you guys for sharing. I
Anytime.
will now pass this on to Professor Sahar to just do a brief overview of the STEM program at BCC.
Okay, thank you, Siobhan. Before I start talking about the program, I want to clarify one thing. I think we have few students interested in pursuing in nursing. So I just want to make sure that nursing or allied health majors are not counted as STEM majors. So if you want to be applying to these programs, so nursing or other allied health majors will not qualify, just to make it clear to you.
Okay.
Let me go back to my slide. And as I mentioned earlier, so I am representing here the National Science Foundation's STEM Scholars Program. This grant is a $5 million grant for 5 years. We are somewhere in midpoint right now. We have about 3 more years left. And hopefully we will be able to extend this for another 5 years. I'm just hoping we will reapply. And so this grant is a collaboration between Bronx Community College and Lehman College. And what does it mean is basically, once you get admitted to our program in BCC, you will continue receiving your scholarships when you get admitted to Lehman College and continue in the STEM program. So this is a big, big plus for a lot of students. And we have few students who already graduated and continuing in Lehman and receiving their scholarships there till they graduate. So that's a big, big plus. And what do we aim? Actually, we aim to assist our students to successfully complete their STEM degrees, STEM programs in BCC. And we offer a lot of support during this process. And I will talk about it during the benefits and commitments. So through this support, a lot of students, again, graduated since 2019. We started in 2019, beginning of the year. And now they are even in the graduate programs because we've been in touch with them. So this is not just limited to Lehman College. Of course, you could transfer to whatever college you want, but unfortunately, you will not receive the scholarship. Yes, you are free to apply to whatever college you want to go, but if you choose to go to Lehman, your scholarship is going with you. This is a guaranteed scholarship when you transfer to Lehman. So who is eligible? Any full-time or part-time, but for part-time students, the minimum credit should be 6. You should be taking minimum of 6 credits, then you will be eligible. As you see here, we have continuing students eligible as well as the incoming freshmen. And of course, if you're a continuing students, you need to have 3.0 GPA or above GPA. But if you're coming from high school, we look at your transcript and we basically look for good performance in your STEM courses. We're gonna look at your GPA in your transcript and determine if you are eligible for your STEM courses. Basically, as Siobhan mentioned, all the STEM majors are eligible to apply to our program, except nursing and all other allied health majors. So this includes, help me, Siobhan, all other allied health majors.
So we're talking about MLT, radiology, yes.
Mm-hmm.
But there, as Erica is mentioning, there will be a zoom into those particular majors happening at another time, all right?
Yes. But again, they do not offer scholarships. So this is the beauty of the STEM programs in BCC. The other criteria for you to be eligible is that you have to be a citizen. This is not my rule or BCC's rule. This is coming from the National Science Foundation. They expect students to be a citizen or green card holders or refugees. And unfortunately, if you don't fall into these three categories, you may not be able to apply. So what do we offer to our students that are admitted to the program? If you are a freshman, and if you have less than 30 credits, we will give you $2,000 per semester. And once you exceed your 30 credits, the amount of money you will be getting is $3,000 per semester. And you take your $3,000 to Lehman, again, if you continue in STEM majors as well. So what else do we offer? We have mentors. We have about 12 to 13 mentors in the program right now from different STEM disciplines. And each mentor, we're doing our best to match the student's major with the mentor from that department. And let's say if you're a bio major, we are trying to match you with a bio mentor. And sometimes we don't have the best match, but we're trying to best match like bio and chemistry. So you need to meet with your mentor 3 times in a semester to review your academic progress. And you can also reach out to your mentor anytime you want to ask your questions and have your career map basically spelled for you. What else we offer? We have career development workshops and weekly STEM review sessions. We meet all together bi-weekly. We invite speakers from different disciplines. They talk about their journey to their destination. Why did they choose STEM? How did they get successful? Like Siobhan's story, right? He's a BCC graduate and he studied in chemical engineering. Now he's here. So we have different speakers talking about their experiences with our students, and they find it very useful. We also have programs not the programs actually, we have 6 slots in the summer to support our students doing internship, but this is first come, first serve. Unfortunately, we cannot offer more than 6. This is the way the grant was written. And those students who pursue their internships in the summer receive additional $2,000. So let's say you are in the category more than 30 credits, you receive $3,000 in spring, $3,000 in fall, and doing the summer internship, another $2,000. So it's about $8,000 you can earn from this scholarship. So Siobhan probably will mention it, but I'm gonna also tell you now, the application is available as soon as you are admitted to BCC and declare your major as like, I want to be a STEM major. Please apply to the link that Siobhan will mention it soon, so we can start reviewing your application. And for my program, we are going to receive or we're going to give at least 25 to 30 seats this semester, for fall semester actually. So we have students graduating, a big chunk of students. So I will be admitting about 25 to 30, maybe a little bit more students for fall. So please keep an eye on the link if you intend to study in STEM in BCC. So this is all I'm going to say for our program.
All right. Thank you, Professor Sahar. Professor,
they can ask questions during Q&A if they have any.
All
right. Thank you for that. Professor Ivan?
So, thank you. Thank you. All right. So, I wanted to say a few words about the Lsm program. It is this abbreviation from the title you see. The program is basically giving opportunity to undergraduate students to do research with professors. So besides studying advanced courses in college, there's something else that is sort of hidden from the sight of the students sometimes. It is the research side. What do professors do? And this is an experience to see what is important, how to look for new material on the subject, new topics, new approaches, new programs, maybe new computation. And it's a hands-on experience. It gives first it might seem random to a student to do such research, though once a student enters in the field, then it seems very natural and very interesting, and they are very good opportunities and results for such for students who are interested. So basically, organizationally, it goes as follows. There is intermediate stage when students send their applications, and then students have to participate in certain activities, such as seminars, talks, and some lectures, just several of those. And afterwards, from the pool of those participants, about approximately 10 students are chosen to participate in research. So for each of the students, each student might have different interests. One would be interested in chemistry, another would be interested in physics, in engineering. So for each of them, we try to find suitable professor that would be willing to work with the student. And sometimes, most of the time, it works fine. And I would say we admit a little bit over 10 students, because some of the students, anyway, the balance is 10. There should be 10 students in the program. Okay, the rest is a little bit too much. By this is the contract, there should be 10 students. There are other advantages besides the program itself. It's good to stay, if not in this program, in close programs to this one, for opportunities such as interns. Occasionally there will be a circulating email for a presentation for internships. And if you are in one of those programs, it is easier that those circulating emails would reach you. The program would give you, the program runs for 2 semesters, usually fall and spring semester. It gives $3,000, $1,500 the first semester, and the rest, and $1,500 the second semester. During that time, the student should meet with the professor once or twice a week. They should do certain activity during that time, read some articles or compute or research, or depending on their activity, they should be active. And usually this is flexible. It depends very much on the professor, and it is encouraged to great extent. There are some limitations, similar to what we mentioned before. It is the student has to be U.S. citizen or permanent resident, and this, and if okay, and there is, as I said, there are prerequisites such as participation in certain seminars before entering the program. So this is intermediate step between starting the research and sending your application. After you send your application, you have to participate in certain seminars, and then you are considered for research with a professor. What else? I think that's what I wanted to mention about Lsm program.
All right, that's it. Anything else you wanted to mention, Professor Ivan?
Um, Maybe usually just a few just a couple of more words. Usually the meetings are weekly or bi-weekly between the student and the professor, and it is flexible. I would say it depends whether it is final exam week or midterm exam week or not. So usually there is some flexibility with that, though it is good to have regular meetings for practical purposes and building good working habits. Um, so um, that is basically what I wanted to say. And I have one of the students in the STEM in the LSM program, the STEM program, is currently present here, and he will tell you a little bit later about his experience with the program and to his experience with BCC and the other STEM programs at the college.
All right. Thank you, Professor Ivan. As Professor, yes.
Can I add one more thing? This
Yes.
is kind of important. I just remembered. So this is again for STEM program, NSF STEM Scholars Program, the one that I represented. So I mentioned that students are encouraged to attend internship programs, and we have very, very beautiful, successful stories. We have 2 students accepted to NASA internship program, and they paid everything, their travel, their lodging, and it was a great experience. And we also had 8 students accepted to different internship programs in Princeton in the past 2.5 years. So they will include these, of course, in their resume, CVs, and it's going to be a great asset when they apply for 4-year colleges. And they even publish papers, and they presented their work at national conferences, very, very prestigious national conferences. So these are very important concepts that you need to remember as STEM students, and the programs we have in BCC will provide you these opportunities. Thank you.
Right. Thank you, Professor Sahar. As Professor Ivan mentioned, later on, you'll be hearing from Saibu about his experience with our STEM programs here at BCC. So next, I just wanted to give you a quick overview of the Cuny Research Scholars Program, or for short, CRESP. And so the purpose of this program is to increase the participation of students attending community college in faculty membered research in science and technology. And what that simply means is once you join, you're eligible for this program, you join the program, we will pair you with one of our professors, and you'll be working alongside that professor to do research. All right. And so how do you become eligible for such a program? Well, as an incoming student, and provided that you are full-time, and you have earned 12 credits over that year, you'll be eligible for this program. You'll need to have at least a 2.7 GPA, and you must be a US citizen or permanent resident. And it doesn't matter what major you're involved in. So I know some of you were asking questions about business management and MLT. Then Cuny Research Scholars Program might have a spot there for you, okay? So some of the benefits of this program: you do receive $4,000 for 1 year, for a 1-year commitment in the program. You do get the opportunity to be mentored by one of our professors. And you also do get the opportunity to present at seminars and do poster presentations, all right? So I know we've said a lot. We've said a lot about STEM, we've said a lot about CRESP and LSAP. And so one quick snapshot, and I'm hoping you're seeing that stipend column that I have here with the $4,000 and the $3,000 and the $2,000. Yes, we do pay you stipends for joining our programs, all right? So provided that you're interested in STEM, we are here to support you. So making it BCC will be a very good option for you because we have these programs to provide support, all right? And so the best person here to talk about support will be Saibo. So Saibo, I pass it on to you.
Hi, everyone. My name, can you all hear me, please?
Yes, let me
So,
unshare so you can see him, but we can hear you.
great. Hi, everyone. My name is Bero Saibu. I'm originated from Togo, West Africa. So I started at BCC in 2019, the fall 2019. And then it happens to be that I'm a computer science major and I'm currently in my last semester. So starting like my first semester, I had the opportunity to be part of the NSF scholarship since my first semester at Bronx Community College with Dr. Sahar. Dr. Sahar has been like a great support. It's not only scholarship that you'll be getting, for sure, if you have 3.0 GPA, you'll be getting that scholarship. That is for sure, right? But it's not the only opportunity that you have in the program because each bi-weekly you have opportunity to be in seminar with other, like she said, professors from Princeton used to come, professors from Columbia, will come and speak to you. So it's actually like you're going to meet also people that look like you that are coming, right? That did great things, right? And then they usually used to share us a lot of like internships and research opportunities, not only at BCC, but at Princeton University. So I would say during my second semester, I was accepted into a Princeton research, like a biophysics Princeton research during last summer, but it was canceled. And then this year again, it was canceled, unfortunately, right? So it's not either our fault, but it was due to COVID, it was canceled. But if it wasn't because of COVID, I could have been in that research this year, last year and this year. So just to let you know that when you are getting the money, right? You are going to get a stipend. You also have that support, right? And she's there to write a letter of recommendation for you. I can remember asking her, right, for a letter of recommendation for the first day. So just letting you know that you have like a greater support, right? And then aside of that, you're gonna have a mentor also that is going to be guiding you. I always work with my mentor, right? Since my first semester, and I did a research with him, right? So you actually have a lot of opportunity, right? Now it's up to you to take advantage of it, right? So secondly, I'm also part of the Lsm, right? Currently doing a math research with Dr. Ivan, right? He represented the Lsm to you. I started this semester actually. So since I'm a computer science major and I love math and I love computer science, we're actually doing a number theory research. So for some of you that think about research, be like, oh my God, I need to be like a super genius to do research. No, right? As far as you are taking those STEM classes, those professors know what you can do. So don't worry about that. If that is your problem right now, don't worry about it. You are going to use what you learned in class and implement in the real world. It's like actually you solving a problem with your whole hand, right? So great opportunity. I started and we'll be finishing during the summer. And we aiming to publish a paper during the summer. So nice opportunity. Is computer science and math, both things that I love. So I love doing it, right? I can remember yesterday we spent like 2 hours working with him. So we set it up meeting weekly, right? Every Wednesday we do meet. It depends on your professor. Your professor might want it like it's flexible. They are going to be flexible with you, right? And also, I'm also part of, it happens to be that I'm also part of the Cuny Research Scholar Program. So meaning I'm also doing another research with about my, it's kind of confusing what I'm going to tell you right now, right? But digest it, okay? So my NSF, right, scholarship, the scholarship program, my mentor happens to be my Cuny Research Scholar mentor. So we are actually doing a research in biology, which I totally love, but I'm using computation too. So it happens to be that all the programs that are over there, like you saw right now, I'm into that program. So I'm telling you, like, they are great opportunities. And listen, I never took a class in biology, but I'm doing a biology project, right? So I don't know whether it makes sense now, right? That you can also do it. And I would say that you guys have a lot of opportunity. You have a greater chance than me. I didn't go to high school here. I came from, like, I did GED. You guys have a great opportunity. All that, like, you have a greater chance than, like, this is my last semester. I've done what I can do at BCC, but you guys are incoming students. So you can start preparing, you can start, you know, making your plans, what are your dreams, what you want to do in life. So you have time to prepare and you have time to put all in your best. So you have greater chance, what I can tell you, and always reach out to each, Dr. Sahar, Mr. Shivon, and Dr. Ivan. And you can also reach out to me, right? Although I'm going to be leaving BCC at this semester, currently working on my transfer, but I will still be, you know, of help to you all, right? So I'm looking forward, even though we might not meet, but I'm looking forward to be hearing from you. And, like, I'm going to share my email if you guys need help, or I don't know when you guys will be coming to BCC, but we are here to help you, and they are all here to help you. Like, BCC staffs are here to help you, especially the STEM program, right? So the STEM, there's a lot of STEM program where you're gonna get, like, greater support financially, emotionally, and then all other opportunities. Remember, when you are into one of them, especially the scholarship, it's not only scholarship. Remember, they are going to provide you with other stuff. So yeah, if you have any question, I'm happy to answer. And then, yeah.
All right. Thank you so much for that, Saibu. You are the perfect student, you know, to take advantage of all three programs, right? To be able to not only say that I'm a computer science major, but I'm a computer science major doing research in biology. So it's very important for you to also understand that not because you're interested in math means you can't work with a faculty member in chemistry or someone in biology. All right. So thank you so much for that, Saibu. And I hope you know, everyone here actually got the idea of the support that you get from our STEM programs here at BCC. Once you join BCC, the support that's given to you. Are you guys seeing my screen again? Yes. All right. So let me continue with the presentation. And so if you want to learn more about what we do, we have our website. You can visit our website to learn more about the programs. If we've said something that you're not so clear on, the website is there. And you'll also see instructions on how to apply. Once you've applied to BCC, been accepted to BCC, then you'll see, you'll be able to go through the application process, all right? And so if you need to contact any one of us about these specific programs, all right, please do so. The contact information is also here. The contact information is also on the website. So please do take a read, take a look at the website, and email us if you have any questions. Or if you have questions in the chat that we might overlook, please feel free to send us an email. All right, and we'll be able to address that and answer your questions. All right. So that's pretty much it from me in terms of the STEM programs that we have at BCC and the support that we offer to students like yourself once you're a part of us. All right. I think Saibu also mentioned it, that, you know, one of the benefits of coming to BCC is that you see students that look like you taking advantage of these programs. And so you'll feel that connection, you'll feel that support because they look like you. They go to work like you, they go through the same struggles like you. So that's one of the benefits of coming to BCC. It's one of the benefits of joining our STEM program here, because we move as a unit and we support each other. So that's pretty much the punchline, I would say, in terms of the 3 programs that we've presented. You do get those opportunities, those research opportunities. You get those paid research opportunities. We provide you with letters of recommendations. And of course, all of this comes together in providing you with that spot on your resume for the next step. So we're preparing you for the next step. And that's my takeaway. That's my punchline for today. And there you have it. Siobhan, and I am done speaking. Erica.
Well, thank you so much, Siobhan and professors, and a special thank you to Saibu. This was so great and so informative. I do want to just leave you with some admissions, next steps for those, but let me just pull up my screen. And then there's definitely times for question and answer. I'll be very brief because I know you want to speak with our presenters that are here today, but I want to make sure that after hearing this, that you have all the tools that you need to apply or complete your application at BCC if you've already been accepted, and complete the process. So for those of you who have not already applied to the college, I just want to briefly tell you how to go about doing that. You need to go to the Cuny website and just select the application. Now, you can apply to up to 6 colleges on the Cuny application. There is an application fee associated with it, but if you do need a fee waiver, you can reach out to Cuny directly or reach out to us at admission@bcc.cuny.edu, and we can request this on your behalf. Now, I mentioned you can apply to multiple colleges. If you're planning to do this, we recommend that you submit your official supporting documents directly to Cuny's Application Processing Center. We'll share those links in the chat. It's also on the website. But if you're only applying to BCC, we can expedite and make the process go much faster if you send us your official documents electronically directly to our email. And what I mean by official documents, that's for freshman students straight out of high school, just your official high school transcript and diploma, or your GED diploma with scores. And for transfer students, official college transcripts from any institution you've previously attended. So you can have those officially sent to us by email directly, and we'll be able to review your application much faster than the typical 4 to 6 week turnaround. Now, once you've submitted your application, or even after you've been accepted, make sure that you're checking your email daily. That's how we're going to reach out to you. I know all of you here are probably pretty good at that because you made it to this event and we invited you by email, so that's great. But we're going to be staying in touch with you about important updates, deadlines, and reminders, and also your acceptance letter. So make sure you stay on track and stay on top of that. You can also track your application through the Cuny First account. Once you submit your online application, you'll get the option to claim your Cuny First account. This allows you to log in repeatedly and review the details of your application and what stage you're in. So whether you've been accepted or if you're still missing documents to complete your application. Now, financial aid is very important. You've heard about some of the wonderful scholarship opportunities that are available to you, but you should also certainly apply for financial aid. Many of our students, about 9 in 10 of our students, do receive financial aid at BCC. So you want to make sure you're in the running for this and you submit your FAFSA and TAP applications right away. For this school year, you'll be expected to complete the 2021-2022 FAFSA applications. Here is a link to the website, and we'll go ahead and put all that in the chat as well. And why do you want to apply for this? Because you can be eligible for free money to help you pay for your college. So these are grants, which are the Pell and TAP grants, which you can be eligible for over $11,000 per year. And at BCC, our approximate cost of tuition is just a little bit over $5,000 per year. So if you do the math, you'll see that that more than covers your cost of tuition and even leaves you with leftover funds for other school-related expenses, whether that be books, transportation, a computer or device, or whatever you may need. Now, for those of you who have already been accepted, I see that there's quite a few of you in the chat, so congratulations to all of you. Once you've been accepted to BCC, you want to let us know that you're coming. So you have to accept the offer of admission. You can do this two ways: by accepting the offer through your Cuny First account, or just by emailing us at iacceptbcc@bcc.cuny.edu. You want to do this as soon as you're ready to commit to BCC. And as the presenters mentioned today, in order to take advantage of these programs and to apply, you have to be accepted and you have to kind of declare your major and commit to the college. So if you want to fill out the application already for one of these programs that you've heard about, make sure that you accept the offer of admission so we can start the process and start getting you registered. The last step for admissions is to register for classes. After you've accepted the offer of admission, you're going to receive emails with detailed instructions on how to do this. Now, this is going to start, new student registration will begin the week of April 12th, so that's right around the corner. We'll be emailing you within the next week or so with instructions and a link to connect with your academic advisor. This will be an advisor that's going to help you to review your major, select your courses and your schedule, discuss any kind of questions that you might have about getting started at BCC, help you to participate in new student orientation, and even help you to find out how to claim your loaner device. So since we've been remote, we've been offering loaner laptops or devices to students that need them. So we can talk about all of that during your registration appointments. So that's really it for admissions in a nutshell. I want to make sure that you have all those tools and our contact information. If you do have follow-up questions about your application or status after today, you can definitely reach us by phone or an email. I also included the Office of Financial Aid's contact information, since that's a very important office that people many times have questions for. But I see the chat is active. Natalie has been sharing a ton of helpful links for you in the chat. So feel free to copy those or save the chat if you want to refer to it later. And I want to open it up to you now for questions for our presenters or for us here in admissions. Don't be shy.
Don't be shy. Erica, if you don't mind, just unshare so we can all see. Yes, beautiful. So if you have any questions for us, now is the time to do so. I noticed that one of the questions in the chat was mainly towards medical lab technician.
Yes.
Yes, the medical lab technician degree.
Yes. Okay, that is something I don't understand. My name is Tete. Okay, when I read the list of the program of the STEM program, we have microbiology, but in medical lab technology, we have also microbiology in the list of the courses. So I don't understand why we don't have medical lab technology is not included to the STEM, because we have microbiology. Yes.
So it has the microbiology course as a part of the major, but what we're looking for is students pursuing specific majors. Now, as I mentioned earlier, being a medical lab tech major might not make you eligible for Lsm or STEM, but there you might be eligible for CRESP. So you might not be eligible for 2 out of the 3, but you might still be eligible for at least one of them. All right. But in a nutshell, when we talk about STEM, we're talking about the hard sciences. So we're talking about biology, we're talking about physics, chemistry, we're talking about mathematics, engineering science, earth science. All right. So though you might be taking a course that's a part of the major, it's not which is microbiology, it's not necessarily the major. All right. So we're talking about the major as opposed to the course. All right. So I hope that answers your question. Professor Sahar, you have anything you wanted to add?
No, actually you described it really well. And also the programs that are eligible are designated by the agencies giving the money to us. So basically National Science Foundation or LSAM. So they have a specific list that describe which majors will be eligible. And as Siobhan mentioned, those are the hardcore sciences like biology, physics, chemistry, and math and engineering or earth science. So unfortunately, we didn't make this list. We have to follow what is being given to us. And MLT is not eligible, as I said, or an allied health major is not eligible for Lsm or STEM.
STEM, but you might have a shot at CREST. All right.
Yes.
Yes. So though you might not be able to get two of them, you might be able to get one of them.
Yes.
All right.
Okay, thank you.
No problem. Any other question? Come on, unmute yourself, or you could just type it in the chat and we'll be sure to answer those questions. All right.
Okay, I have another question, please.
Okay.
Okay, so if I take my AAS degree in lab technology, after I decided to study a biology as a bachelor degree. So after the 2 years, I will be qualified to the STEAM. If I finish the 2 years and I decided to take the bachelor in biology science or microbiology science after the 2 years degree, yes.
So
okay, I think I can answer this. So as I mentioned, for STEM, the students who transfer from BCC to Lehman will be eligible to carry out their scholarship. But if you graduate with MLT degree here in BCC and transfer to, I'm assuming just for Lehman, you're not going to be eligible immediately. You have to apply to be eligible. If you get selected, then you will get the scholarship, but this is not automatic for you. But if you are studying biology here and transferring to Lehman, then it will be automatic.
yes.
Is that clear?
It's clear, thank you.
All right, so I think also that also addresses Fatumata's question. Fatumata's question says you get guaranteed scholarship to Lehman through the STEM program. Well, so if you do join the STEM program as STEM, and I'll let Professor Sahar also elaborate, once you join as STEM at BCC, then once you transfer to Lehman, the scholarship goes with you. All right, so Professor Sahar, this is where.
Yes, you're correct. And as I mentioned, it's a guaranteed admission. We have orientation programs towards the end of each semester. So we have a counterpart, a program coordinator from Lehman. So he holds these information sessions. His name is Rafael. And he explains the steps that you need to follow. Of course, you need to meet the deadlines. If you miss any of those deadlines, unfortunately, you may not be part of the program. So you have to follow everything strictly to take the scholarship with you to Lehman College. Yes, it is a guaranteed scholarship. It will continue in Lehman as well. For
right.
STEM, remember, not for the other two programs.
Yes, so the one, STEM, that's a smooth transition to Lehman College. So if you start at BCC in one of the eligible majors, then you'll be able to apply to Lehman. You'll receive automatic acceptance to Lehman College.
Oh, no. There is no automatic acceptance. They have to be accepted to one of the STEM majors. And if they get accepted to the STEM major, then the scholarship is automatic.
Okay. All right. Thank you for that clarification, Professor Sahar. All right.
Automatic acceptance to the Lehman College. So let's make that straight.
All right. All right.
Thank
you for that correction.
Yes.
So
but the scholarship is guaranteed.
So the scholarship is the one guaranteed.
Yes.
Thank you. Thank you for the clarification. Any other question?
We have a question in the chat about the automotive program and if that qualifies for the STEM grants. Could you go review that a little bit?
Yes, it qualifies. We had few students in the past few semesters. I think I had 2 students from the automotive technology program. It qualifies.
All right. So Ramon, I hope that answers your question. Anyone else? Come on, don't be shy. You can type it in the chat.
I put my email in the chat if anyone is willing to talk after this section. I'm willing to answer all your questions.
Great, thank you. Well, if there are no other questions, I just want to thank everyone so much for joining today. I know this was a very informative session, so I hope that you all got a lot out of it and feel ready to apply to these excellent programs that are available to you. As a reminder, once you're accepted to the college and you've committed to BCC, you can go ahead and start your application to these STEM programs. The application is up on their website, which we've shared in the chat a couple of times. We can share it one last time, so it's the last thing you see as well. But if there are any other questions, now is the chance. Otherwise, we will wrap it up for tonight, but we will definitely stay in touch with you with next steps. We can share this presentation after the event today, and we'll definitely be in touch with you to help you get registered for your classes, and that will be coming up the week of April 12th.
Hello.
Yes, Kimberly.
Yes. Hi. How's everybody doing? I was listening into what everybody was saying. I'm a coming back student because I took up classes a long time ago, and I'm actually trying to go back for early education, so I don't think I might be qualified for the STEM program. But I heard that there's going to be other sessions coming up, so I guess y'all could let me know when that will be so I could be part of that as well.
Yes, we will definitely invite you to that session. We'll be hosting a Zoom into our major session every other Thursday until June. And we will be hosting an education session, I believe, in May. That is, all of that is going to be on our website, but you'll also receive an invitation by email.
Yes,
okay, so
definitely that.
Just stay tuned, but thank you so much for joining today. I hope you still got some helpful information about admissions and some of the other programs that we offer here, but we will certainly be in touch via email for other events. Okay.
All right.
Well, thank you so much, everyone, and thank you to our presenters.
Thank you for having us.
All right.
Thank
Have a great
you.
evening.
Thank you.
Okay, bye.
Thank
Bye,
you, everyone.
Good night.
We have a question.
Bye.
Oh, we have.
Would there be in-person learning this fall?
Oh, okay. Thank you. Great question, Alice. So that is still in the planning stages. There are hopes to have a percentage of classes on fall, about 25%, but we're still in the final planning stages of that. And as we finalize those details, we'll be sharing it with the campus community. We do have a link on our website for our campus reopening plans. So you're certainly welcome to review that. Regardless, there will likely be a combination of types of classes, whether they're fully online, maybe hybrid, or some in person. So we will be sharing all of those details as they come. Those are definitely great questions for your academic advisor as well when you meet with them individually on the week of April 12th. But definitely stay tuned on our website and on social media. We'll be sharing the most up-to-date information as we have it. Okay.
Thank
All
you,
right.
Alice.
Well, thank you. And that was a great last question, and have a great evening and a great weekend to everyone.
All right. Bye, everyone.
Bye. Thank you.